Welcome to the Dog Advisory Council, a trusted resource for dog owners and enthusiasts. Today we will be talking about if dogs can eat gingerbread cookies. Yes, dogs can eat gingerbread. Gingerbread isn't considered to be dangerous for dogs, but it does depend on the recipe used. Ginger is considered healthy for dogs in small doses. However, nutmeg, common in gingerbread, can be dangerous for dogs. Even though dogs can technically eat a few gingerbread cookies and be fine, that's not to say that gingerbread cookies are good for dogs. Most contain a lot of sugar and fat, both of which will cause several health problems in dogs, including obesity and pancreatitis. In addition, many gingerbread cookies have icing or powdered sugar as part of their decoration, further adding to both the fat and sugar content. Store-bought or store-made cookies can pose as much of a threat as homemade cookies, too, because of how ingredients are listed or disclosed. Here are some of the potentially dangerous ingredients for dogs in gingerbread cookies. Baking soda. For us humans, baking soda is a critical ingredient for enjoying soft and fluffy cookies. But dogs will struggle with it in large doses. Thankfully, this shouldn't be a problem in most types of cookies, but you'll want to be careful just in case. Vanilla extract. Besides being loaded with sugar, the vanilla extract also has a high alcohol content which can be toxic to dogs. If there is a lot of extract in many cookie recipes, if you will be giving some to your dog, you'll want to switch to alcohol-free vanilla extract. Nutmeg. This is one of the most dangerous ingredients in gingerbread for dogs. While most spices have to be in higher concentrations to cause a problem, nutmeg has a much lower threshold when it comes to causing a problem. This is because it contains a toxin to dogs called myristichin. This can create all sorts of horrible, dangerous symptoms for your dog, including disorientation, high blood pressure, severe abdominal pain, and more. Nutmeg isn't often in recipes for gingerbread, but when it is, it tends to be in doses high enough to cause a problem if your dog eats a generous portion. Xylitol. This is common in sugar-free gingerbread cookies. Replacing the sugar with this artificial sweetener helps many people with diabetes enjoy them. Still, this sweetener can be toxic to dogs, even in minimal doses. So a dog should never eat anything with xylitol in it. There are other ingredients common in gingerbread recipes that can create problems in dogs. Still, these are more about the amount of gingerbread your dog eats. For example, butter, eggs, and sugar aren't dangerous, but they can lead to many health complications in large quantities. Also, molasses, meringue, and salt can lead to diabetes and salt toxicity, depending on quantities. There are all sorts of gingerbread spices that will vary in amount and use from one recipe to another. Some of the most common ones include allspice, ginger, cinnamon, and cloves. These are technically not dangerous or toxic for dogs since their amount per cookie is so low. That being said, dog sizes and sensitivities will be different. Likewise, each cookie is going to have a different ratio of spices than another. Then, of course, other recipes use different amounts of each of these spices. Basically, a lot of gingerbread spices can potentially put your dog at risk in a way that is really hard to prevent. The best rule of thumb to protect your dog is by giving him only very tiny amounts of a gingerbread cookie or by not giving him any at all. If he's only had a few nibbles, your dog will most likely be totally fine. However, there are some signs that you can watch for. This is especially so if he's helped himself to an entire pan of gingerbread cookies. Speeding or slowing heart rate. Lethargy. Seizures or loss of consciousness. Vomiting. Sudden and unquenchable thirst. In the case of any or all of these symptoms, your dog may be struggling with one or more of the ingredients. You'll want to contact your vet and possibly take him to an emergency vet, especially if he has lost consciousness. Remember to bring the ingredients list of the bookies with you and try to estimate how much he's eaten. If you want to learn how to make dog-safe gingerbread cookies, click the link in the description below. If the information in this video was useful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe.